All right, so you can see this address plane here. The shaft pointed up through my belt line, basically. That's a good metric for you. When you go to set up, put the ball between your feet. You're going to aim the club handle at the inside of your left thigh as a right-hander, and also through the belt line. So not up above, not back here, but a little forward of the club head. That'll look like this. So this should look parallel to the red stick here, not vertical, but on an incline. Make it simple. As I go back, you'll see my club head trace a little bit of the yellow stick. And so if I were to push this stick all the way out there, it'd be pointing right on the yellow stick there, like a stick coming off the base of the hosel there. So that's just really not doing much, just turning and allowing the club to swing with my turn. Hips turning a little bit, shoulder and chest are turning, and the arms are just following along as I glide myself right up into the yellow stick that's in front of my feet. And this is the one where Justin Thomas is always looking at, right? Every swing he does, he takes it back, stops here, shafts parallel to the ground, club head in line with the hands, and he's looking at the club face and the back of the hand to make sure they're in the alignments that he wants. Some people are there, some people are toe up, but the bottom line is that the shaft's in line with the stick on the ground to my target. Okay? That's like first check. The blend, to get that blended in, there's a little bit of the hip turn like I was saying, a little bit of the right wrist fanning like this, a little bend of that right wrist, which kind of sets this thing up on the plane, and a little slight cocking of the left wrist, very natural. So I wouldn't want to be like here, dead straight arms, okay? As I'm doing that, it gets parallel to the baseline here along my feet, and then the next, whatever end is closer to the ground should point on the plane. So now, as I've lifted the club up in the air, this end of the club's pointing in front of the ball if there were another yellow stick right out there. So that's how it works. Whatever ends lower than the hands points on the base plane or the bottom of the swing plane, in the Hogan's glass plane. You've seen that in the 5 Lessons book. That's cool. So from there I go up, stop here. Next I'm on the plane in front of the ball. Then I just kind of wind up, and I'm really just trying to get this end to point down on the yellow stick, which is in the target line. Okay? I do that over and over, you know, just kind of feeling it. And if you get in the vicinity of doing this, you're going to be better. If you don't know where you are and just hoping for the best, well, maybe you get lucky here and there, but day to day, it's going to change. So when you know what you're trying to do, it makes it so much easier. At times I don't have a stick, then I'll put another ball about 2.5, 3 feet behind the ball I'm trying to hit. This stick is in the way, but you get the general idea that if I didn't have sticks and I went back and I took my club back here, I could point this club down at that golf ball directly behind my ball a couple, 3 feet. Then I'm on the plane. Now if it were a driver, my ball would be further away because the shaft is longer, and I would have another ball further out, right? So I'm going to do a driver look, lengthwise anyway, and that would do the same thing. I'd kind of get it up the plane here, and then you'd see the shaft pointing at the ball out there on a little lower, flatter plane because it's a driver. Sand wedge, be closer, it'd have a little more upright plane, but it'd be pointing at a ball here. So that changes just by how long the club is. As long as you know what you're trying to do, it's easy. So here we go. I'm going to go up the plane here, parallel to the ground. There I am looking to make sure that looks great. I go up, plane it here. Second checkpoint, left arm level to the ground, shaft pointing on the target line there. And then I go to the top. As I come back down, I'm still looking at that shaft angles pointing down the yellow stick. It looks great there. I continue to just unwind and let the club slide down in front of me. The hands are now back in front of me where they started, that level area. And from here, my hips are going to just be pushing forward, pushing up, and turning. Unwinding. That felt really good. You can see my divots right in front on that stick. And all I did was go smoothly back, trace this plane, come down, get it lined up, boom, let it go. It doesn't take long to get it going. I do a lot of practice at the house. I got a couple sticks on my porch outside, and I do use it inside as well with the windows of reflection. So you just need to know that a swing plane is really going to be your friend, and it's not hard to figure out. If you know halfway back when your left arm's level to the ground, you're trying to point it down on the target line or base of the plane, which is right here. Okay, so stick practice, it's a thing, and it's a real good thing. So Lynn Blake, great man, master instructor of the golfing machine from Homer Kelly. Mac O'Grady trained with Homer himself and put a lot of those principles into his teachings, which I follow really well, a lot of.